Evet arkadaşlar, şu an bu canlı mı değil mi hiç bilmiyorum. Tamam arkadaşlar. Tamam. Canlı mı değil mi bilmiyorum ama e-sport maçları başlamak üzere, 5 dakika var. Yapamam. Tamam arkadaşlar, direkt ben giriyorum, tamam mı? Şöyle küçük bir göstereceğim size. Ya da biz direkt YouTube'a girelim. Onur Bilge'nin canlı yayını ne zaman başlayacak ona bakalım. Şöyle yazmaktan Onur Bilge. Canlı yayın başlamamış. Şöyle bakayım. Bak, başlamamış ki. Yok, hala başlamamış. Ama arkadaşlar 3 dakikamız var. Şöyle gösterecek olursam. Başlıyorlar. Çok az kaldı. Hadi bakalım. Vallahi ben şöyle yaptım, yani kararlarım benim böyle. En çok ihtimali, yani şöyle tamına yani şunları seçtim. Sizin de bunları seçmenizi öneriyorum çünkü kazanma ihtimalleri büyük. Tamam mı? Ben kazanma ihtimalleri büyük olanları seçtim. Ve kim kazandı kim kaybetti görebiliyorsunuz. Yok, göremiyoruz. O az öncekisinden. Şu an bekliyorum arkadaşlar. Biraz sonra inecek. Ben inince geleyim. Video bayağı kısa olacak. Bayağı uzun olacak. Haberiniz olsun.
Line on the big stage.
Arkadaşlar başlamışlar.
Speaking of big stages, the host region of the LCQ this year, South America, has been taking notes and taking names. Loud arrived at the grand final as expected with swift 3-0s against Anotis and Alpha 7 Esports.
Going, and it'll be Loud heading on to the grand finals. Alpha 7 Esports left in their wake.
On the other side of the bracket, SK Kalala's SA showed similar prowess, only dropping one set to Casabral in the quarterfinals.
And Casabral has been shut down in the quarterfinals.
With both teams riding off their 3-0 victories in the semi-finals, the grand final was poised to be amazing. But in the end, the better team last month was SK Kalala's SA, taking a 3-1 victory over the Brazilian Titans. This victory inched SK Kalala's SA closer to the top spot, and who knows how that might change this monthly finals. Moving on to the final region, North America, where things seem to have reverted to how they were.
İzleyin, tamam mı?
Elevate seem to have found their groove, taking up swift 3-0s against Pioneers and Eternal.
15 dakika üstü yapabilirim.
Finals in wonderful fashion.
Meanwhile, Tribe Gaming took a 3-0 against Team Electros, but stumbled pretty hard during their match against STMN.
And somehow, some way, Tribe Gaming have done it, and full reverse swept STMN.
The grand final was the stage for revenge in the eyes of Tribe Gaming. They came with a vengeance, and they served it cold, taking up an amazing 3-1 victory.
Puts the doubters to rest, and Tribe Gaming will hold on to be in A's number 1.
Tribe Gaming is once again sitting comfortably at the top of the region, with a whopping 440 points. Yet another spot secured in the World Finals for the NA Titans. And that was the recap for July's monthly finals. Aside from the top positions being secured by the various regional titans, it'll be interesting to see how the double points will affect the teams in the middle of the leaderboards. So keep an eye out for that. We had a wild start to the year. First was the spring split that pushed every team to the limit, racing towards the Brawl Cup. Here, some regions surprised the world, while others fell short. But nothing's decided. Not yet. The next chapter begins now with the summer split. Starting now, the points are doubled. It's all or nothing. Every region Every match, every second counts.
Someone do it. He's got it. Won't be enough to get the kill. But
Who will qualify for the World Finals? Who will get a second chance in the last chance qualifiers? Here in the summer split is where you get those answers. So lock in, dial up, let's brawl.
This is it, the final stop before the LCQ and World Finals later this fall. The end of the road begins here, and East Asia is about to set the standard. Reject are locked for Worlds, but gunning for top seeding. Zeta Division are without Shatampo today, and Navi are coming for their spot. Rival Esports fight to secure LCQ, while Crazy Raccoon, Niwa, Go Next, and Genji look to end the season with this statement. Who will keep their postseason hopes alive? We're about to find out. Joining me are three of the finest voices in Brawl Stars casting. It's Kenny, Ark, and Trev. Guys, it's the last monthly final of the year. What are you most excited to see today? And which storylines or players have you got your eyes on?
For East Asia specifically, I can't take my eyes off that second spot. Like you mentioned, Reject have claimed the first, but the fact that Zeta Division and Navi are going to be battling for that second World Finals spot makes this month matter a little bit more.
looking forward to seeing the back of Trav, honestly, at the end of the season. But aside from that, the games today, I'm curious about Niwa. You know, can they cause a potential upset here against Rival Esports? Because a lot of other teams depend upon Rival not making it through to the semi-finals here today.
There are many teams who could cause some upsets today. Then, looking at the leaderboard here, we see that in East Asia, only one spot is really locked in, and it's Reject sitting at that top spot.
And Zeta Division, of course, being two without Shatampo, certainly concerning when they need him most in the final month. He's just not quite here. Navi going to be sitting in that third spot, going against Crazy Raccoon once again for the fourth time this year. Navi currently have the lead 2-1. They've won 2 times in a row. In fact, Raccoon, they're going to need a big step up time world champion from Crazy Raccoon if they want a chance at moving forward.
East Asia has 2 World Final slots in total. We see that here in the graphic as well, one of which is already taken by Reject. That leaves 1 spot left for contention, Arc.
Exactly that. I mean, it's going to be very exciting to see how this fares because they've done so well, but yet Navi can do this today, but they've got to win the monthly finals. That is their goal, to lock in the world finals. They've already locked in the LCQ, and as far as that's concerned, as have, of course, Zeta and CR, they've guaranteed it. But for Rival Esports and Genji and Niwa, those the 3 teams at the moment are battling out the LCQ.
3 LCQ slots in total. 3 teams are fighting for that final spot. It's a tight race here, Kenny.
Definitely. I mean, Messi, of course, having a world champion of his own, being the 4th from 2021. I'm sure he would love to be back in the LCQ/playoffs mix. But Vegeta coming over from Elevate makes things more interesting. Genji still in the mix. There's a lot of things that can go down this month, but we've only got one more opportunity. All these teams got to step up.
And now with the first 4 matches of the day, we look at them now. The first one could potentially already lead to a huge upset, Arc.
Absolutely so. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but Go Next have got a big mountain to climb up against Reject first. The Rival Esports versus Niwa, that's a key matchup. If Rival Esports make the semis, they qualify for the LCQ. But if they falter in those quarterfinals, then it's down to Niwa and Genji to win the whole thing to lock in that LCQ spot instead. That's a huge ask yet again. For Zeta, a lot on the line here. They need to be able to do out of those quarterfinal matches, get to the semi-finals to lock in Worlds. And Navi, they're going to be locked in today for sure.
Some of those teams are just fighting for the seeding. Others are still fighting for their chance to even make it into a LAN postseason event this year. And today, the last monthly final of the year. Who will move on to the semi-finals? What do you think, Kenny?
I think that 4th one's obviously we got to keep our eyes on, and it feels a little disrespectful to Crazy Raccoon that only one of us on the desk has it. I think it's a great value pick by Arc. Their scrims have looked really good. Navi have just gotten the better of them 2 times in a row. The drafting from Navi, I think, looks solid, and that's one concern I kind of had more recently with Crazy Raccoon. Certainly capable of winning that one. Obviously, Tensai, Moya Goku, and even though Creo now at this point have significant postseason experience, wouldn't put it past them to get a win here. But yeah, the fact that Crazy Raccoon's only getting 1 out of the 4 of us kind of shows the year they've been having.
Maybe, Ark, you want to elaborate a bit more? Why did you choose Crazy Raccoon there?
Navi have got the advantage in the respect that this means more to them this month to get it right on the day.
Şuradan canlı yayını açacağım, tamam. 2 tablette sorular sorulacak falan. Bekleyin.
Those mistakes. I think getting past Data last month was a big hurdle for them to get right.
And they get the chance for a rematch today. Let's see if they can make it happen. Whether you share our opinion or not in those predictions, let us know over at event.brawlstars.com. You can also get some more Pro Pass XP towards the Possessed Dynamite skin that we have going on in that second Pro Pass season. Now, it's a beautiful skin. You should better get that. You also get some star drops. And of course, again, we're gonna see what you guys have voted at home as well. I'm super excited to also see what you think. I talk to those two guys often enough. Well, I think with that out of the way as well, the stage is set now and we can finally call in our 2 first teams of the day. It's Reject versus Go Next. For one of those 2 teams, this is a huge chance to throw a wrench in the works. For Rejects, they are just gunning for a good seeding here as they are already locked in for Worlds, Kenny.
Başladı
Now it's
seçimler
just going through the
başladı.
motions a little bit and staying motivated, right? This is kind of their last practice opportunity in this capacity until World Finals. They got a little time off. Honestly, you'd rather have it this way. You'd rather skip the LCQ. You don't want to take any chances. They put in all the hard work this year. I'd like to see them do well today just to capitalize.
And it's been a month since we have talked to those guys, so let's talk to one of our favorites, Melty, one more time.
Şöyle biraz çünkü vakit sıkıntısı var arkadaşlar. Vakit sıkıntısı.
まあ、プレイヤースキルは、まあ、もちろん、まあメンタル面がやっぱり大事だと思ってるんで、
Yok arkadaşlar
鍛
ben
えていきたいと思います。
şöyle bir şey yapacağım. Arkadaşlar şuradan konuşuyorum. Böyle bir şey yapacağım.
パフォーマンスは
Çıkacağım buradan. Şuradan Finals'lara gireceğim. Aynısı zaten. World Finals'lar. Şuradan devam etsin. Buradan seçelim.
たくさんのファンの皆さんのおかげでパフォーマンスは、上がると思っています。いつも皆さん応援ありがとうございます。これからも頑張っていくので、よかったら応援よろしくお願いします。
Buradan e-sport açıyor olsun. Şuradan da onun bilgilerini canlı yayına bakacağım.
Good to see they're still motivated. As mentioned, they're just gunning for a good seeding at the moment. They've already have locked in, but of course, Kenny, the pressure is huge still. They want to prove that they've got it one more time.
I think ending the year with a win would be huge for them, just for the confidence going into the World Finals as well. But they need to sell themselves on being the best in this region too. I mean, there's a huge amount of legacy that goes alongside this region. Some of the players in this region have 2 world champions, some are chasing 3. So the fact that if these guys can elevate themselves to a status that competes with them, that beats those guys, I think that'd be a huge step forward for this region and for these players as individuals.
We had many upsets in East Asia this year. 7 monthly finals in total. 7 months, but World Cup in between. For example, Zeta Division dropped out of the quarterfinals last month already. Huge upset, but what could be an even bigger one if Go Next takes this one? A team that we have never seen in the monthly finals before made it into the finals and has to
Adam
face
Finks'liymiş.
anyone else other than Reject here. It's not easy, Ark, but they're showing up with style. I like it.
Nice to make a Finks cosplay look that good, is it? Unbelievable stuff. I love the commitment. I mean, that wins it
Tamam
for me.
kazandık abi.
Regardless of
Benim
what happens
seçtiğim
next.
kesin kazandı.
I mean, going back to the reality though, I've got to be honest. It's nice to dream, but I think this might be Go Next for Go Next. Reject are the #1 in this region for good reason, and I feel like this is going to have to be just an outstanding performance from completely nowhere from Go Next here if they're going to be able to get this one on top.
And to even get into the monthly finals, Go Next had to beat no one other than Frenzy Gaming. They failed to qualify for the monthly finals for the first time this season, and it would have been such an important showing from them. Missing out this month means no LCQ hopes anymore for them, Kenny.
Such a tough loss. I mean, 3-2, obviously. And like you mentioned, at this time in the year to fall just short, it's got to hurt more than ever. And especially when